What are some of the values of doing these debates?
Well,
on
I
campuses?
think there are a couple of values. One is that for many students, this is the first time that they have ever encountered a Christian intellectual. They have never met a Christian who has substantive reasons for believing what he does. And I think it helps to destroy that pernicious caricature of Christians that televangelists have put out in our culture of emotional, Bible-pounding fanatics, frankly. And so I love to shatter that stereotype by participating in these debates and in a gracious way, just hanging the other fella out to dry by showing that his arguments don't hold water. I think it also has a tremendously encouraging effect upon the Christians who come to these events. Christians go away from these events with their heads held high, proud to be Christians, and anxious to share their faith on their campus. I remember after one debate on a Canadian campus, a student came up to me and said, "I can't wait to go out and share my faith in Christ." He was so excited. It's just a shot in the arm for these students who often feel beaten down and beleaguered to go to one of these debates and see the Christian faith come out head and shoulders above the atheistic or agnostic or other non-Christian worldview. And so it's a real encouragement to Christians. And then finally, thirdly, I think what these debates do is they help to make Christianity an issue in the public square. They make Christianity a credible alternative for thinking men and women today. It's seen as something that is worthy of debate and worthy of discussion and exploration. And that itself, I think, is a victory, Kevin. So long as Christianity can be viewed as an intellectually credible alternative for people today, it gives people the freedom to respond to Christ without thinking that they have to blow their brains out first. And it gives them the permission to believe. So even if they don't come to Christ through the arguments or on the basis of the arguments, these sort of arguments give a person the permission to believe if he feels his heart's drawn to Christ.
Let me just show my hand and just say that debates teach me so much. I learn so much from debates. After I hear a debate or attend a debate, and debates go back traditionally hundreds of years. It's a fine tradition that I hope never, ever goes away. After I hear a debate, see a debate, attend a debate, I usually go on a marathon reading spree. It sends me to my mind. It sends me to further study. So I think it's just awesome. I just am so glad that you're out there doing it.
Oh, man.
It can be kind of unnerving sometimes. You've got some guy throwing everything he's got at you.
Oh, I'll tell you, before some of these debates, the atmosphere is like a heavyweight prize fight. The atmosphere in the room is so electric, and the tension, you could just cut it with a knife. So it really is remarkable. In the debate I had in England, the first debate I had, it was the second day we were in England, just got over, or trying to get over jet lag. It was with Lewis Wolpert, who is kind of a Dawkins clone. And it was in Central Hall, Westminster, right across the street from Westminster Abbey. It faces Westminster Abbey in central London. This is a huge hall which holds some 2,000 people. They had no idea how many would come to this debate. They thought maybe a couple hundred or so, because people in Britain are very secularized, don't attend church. Well, as the time of the debate would draw closer, I would go out from behind the stage and kind of filter among the crowd, walk in the halls, look into the room. And the auditorium kept filling up and filling up. Soon the whole ground floor was filled. And then people began to fill the galleries. And soon the galleries began to be filled. And when we walked out onto the stage finally for the debate, the whole place was packed. And the moderator, John Humphreys, who is a BBC and newspaper commentator in England, he just couldn't believe it. He said, I've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, something is going on here, that there is this kind of interest in these religious topics. So that the atmosphere is just really, really exciting in these debates, and I do love to participate in them.
By the way, I want to send people to the website, reasonablefaith.org, and they can read the newsletter chronicling your trip to the UK, and it reads like a novel. It really does. Just as the events unfolded.
Yeah, it was great.
Your adventures there. I'm expecting a movie of the week at some point. So,
Jan and I, my wife, we do think of these as adventures. They are just marvelous adventures to be on. And also at the website, Kevin, don't forget that there are quite a number of transcripts of debates there that can be read. Some of the debates were recorded, but the quality wasn't very good. And so what we did was we had those transcribed, and those can be read right there at the website. And then, of course, we've got DVDs and CDs of some of the debates where there are quality recordings.
reasonablefaith.org.